Have you ever wondered what my Disney vacations look like? As someone that goes to the Disney parks 4 to 5 or more times a year, my Disney vacations definitely look a lot different than those that I plan for my clients. As a travel agent specializing in Disney destinations, I take all of my clients' different needs and wants into account when I'm planning their vacation, whether they go once in a lifetime or once a month. It doesn't matter to me, I help them all. Hello there, and to all who come to this happy place, welcome. If you're new here, my name is Abby, and I upload Disney planning content here on my channel every Tuesday and Thursday. If you haven't already, I would love to have you hit the red subscribe button down below and tap that notification bell so that you don't miss any of my future uploads. So today's video is going to be quite different from my usual videos. As you know, if you've been around, then I post very concise and need-to-know information in all of my videos, and I don't really give you a lot of, extra stuff because I want to be respectful of your time. However, today I'm going to let you inside my mind, so it's going to be much more unedited and more of just my raw thoughts as we go through. So before we get into the actual itinerary, I want to give you some background information as to who's going on this trip, why, how we all know each other, all that kind of stuff. In case you couldn't tell, I am a former Disney cast member turned travel agent. So I met some of my best friends in the whole wide world down on my Disney college program, and we now live all over the country. So that kind of really stinks. But the fun part is we all get to meet in Disney and be together in our favorite place. So that's what's happening on this vacation. I am flying down from Baltimore, Maryland. My best friend Hannah is flying down from Milwaukee, Wisconsin. And then Kaylee, who you will recognize if you saw these videos from our March trip, she already lives in Orlando because she still works for Disney. So we are all meeting up for this vacation and we're gonna have a ton of fun. I also have a bunch of other cast member friends still that I'm so excited to see. They know who they are if they are watching this video. But anyway, we will get there. So on Saturday, I have a handy dandy itinerary that I made for myself. This looks different than my client itineraries that I usually do. For client itineraries, I usually do an Excel spreadsheet that prints all of their everything with confirmation numbers and everything. But for my own personal trip, I did this nice simplified itinerary. I kind of like it. So let me know your thoughts. Which do you prefer? Like a massive Excel spreadsheet that I print out and send in your client folder, or something simple like this? I don't know. Maybe I'll change it up. But on Saturday, we fly into MCO. So Hannah and I are both flying into MCO. My flight leaves at 7:15 in the morning. Hers leaves at 6:30. She is coming from Milwaukee, so it's a 2-hour and 40-minute flight. There is also a time difference. So I land at 9:35 a.m. She lands at 10:10. But because of the time difference, she's not actually flying that much longer. Time zones are confusing. That's all I have to say about that. But the important thing is we land very close together. Originally, I was on the 6:15 flight or something like that, and I was gonna be in the airport for like an hour and a half before her, and I was not super excited to spend all my money in the airport gift shop without even stepping on Disney property. But now we have remedied that situation, and that's not a thing. So I'm really gonna try not to edit this video that much, so I'm gonna be referencing my note sheet. If you have any questions as we go along, feel free to leave them in the comments. If you are wondering why we're doing something in particular order, why we're eating somewhere, just let me know. I'm happy to help. So 3 o'clock is check-in time. We are staying at All-Star Movies from Saturday to Saturday. Hannah is there from the 24th to the 31st. I am there from the 24th to the 2nd with Kaylee. So from the 24th to the 31st, we're at All-Star Movies, and then we switch hotels, but we will get there. So when Hannah gets off the plane around 10:10, 10:20, 10:30, somewhere like that, we're gonna go right to the Magical Express. I'm going to try to figure out which plane is hers and like where it's coming in and meet her at the gate because I can't wait to hug her. Then we will follow the signs very carefully to the Magical Express because if you saw this video here, then you know I get lost going to the Magical Express constantly because my adrenaline is pumping and I'm not paying attention to the signs. So we're going to follow the signs very carefully so that we don't get lost and get on the Magical Express to All-Star Movies. When we get to All-Star Movies, even though we've already done online check-in, I always stop at the front desk, and first of all, I like to get blank resort maps because I share them with clients. And second of all, we let them know we're here early just in case a room is ready. Sometimes if you do let them know, they will have a room that's already available, which is really nice when you got up at 3 o'clock in the morning to go to the airport, because I live pretty far from the airport. In the event that our room is ready, I suspect we will go to the room for a little bit, freshen up, you know, take a little nap, something like that. But in the event that it is not, we are going right to Magic Kingdom. I don't know at what point during the day Kaylee is going to be meeting up with us. It'll depend on her work schedule, which is another story. Our first Fast Pass of the trip is going to be meeting Mickey and Minnie at Town Square Theater. I can't go to Disney without seeing my old boss, Mickey Mouse. He's the best boss I have ever and will ever have. So I always have to visit him when I'm in Magic Kingdom. So that Fast Pass is from 12:30 to 1:30. The Festival of Fantasy Parade is at 2 o'clock because the Halloween party is going on while we are there. We will be doing it later in the trip. So on party days and just in general during the party season, the parade gets moved to 2 o'clock instead of 3 o'clock. So it is not the 3 o'clock parade. It's not even called the 3 o'clock parade. I think at one point maybe it was, before my time. But it's not the 3 o'clock parade right now, it's the 2 o'clock parade. So keep that in mind if you're going this fall. The parade is one of our favorite things. The song, I just love it. The parade is fantastic. So we are going to make sure to watch that at least once. I'm pretty sure we're going to watch it on Saturday. The thing that we are trying to keep in mind is it is going to be hot as Hades down there. So we're probably not going to scope out a spot like I usually like to do. I think we will just kind of pop out of the air conditioning, watch the parade walk by, and then get the heck out of there. Our next Fast Pass is from 2:30 to 3:30, and it's Buzz Lightyear's Space Ranger Spin. Buzz Lightyear is one of my very favorite rides in Magic Kingdom. I'm a galactic hero, as is Hannah. In fact, I am such a galactic hero that I usually make my mom ride by herself so that I can have both guns. But I will ride with Hannah. Or Kaylee. I don't know. Maybe I'll let them go together so I can have both guns. But I like to see how many points I can get. We'll see how it all works out. But our thought here is after the parade, we're going to go to Tomorrowland, and we are basically going to stay in Tomorrowland for quite a while. So from 2:30 to 3:30 is that Buzz Lightyear Fast Pass, and then from 3:30 to 4:30 is our Space Mountain Fast Pass. Other than that, we are also going to hit Carousel of Progress, People Mover, and Monsters, Inc. Laugh 4 while we're over there. I don't really do Astro Orbiter myself. It's not something that I want to wait for personally, and they don't offer Fast Passes. So if I do it at night because I think the view is really cool at night, but it's also not something I feel like I have to do. But all of the activities in Tomorrowland are inside, or at least partially inside / have a breeze when you are outside. So we thought Tomorrowland was a really good place to be during the hottest part of the day, which is going to be the afternoon. We do not have plans for dinner at all. I feel like I'm probably going to want to go to Columbia Harbor House because they have the best gluten-free chicken nuggets on property. If you didn't know, I have celiac disease, so for the rest of the trip, we are trying to do at least one table service meal a day because otherwise I pretty much live on the same like 3 foods for the entire 10 days, and that's not my favorite thing to do. So we do have some table service meals planned, just not on this day because it's the first day and we're going to be wanting to do all the rides and seeing all the characters. So we are definitely going to watch Happily Ever After this night, even though we don't have any concrete plans as to where or, you know, anything like that. We are definitely going to watch it. It means a ton to us, particularly to me. If you've done a Disney College program and seen Happily Ever After, then I think you can figure out why this show kind of breaks a CP's heart into a million teeny tiny little pieces. But that ending monologue, right through the heart. So for the next couple days, we are doing some split park days, and there's some pretty good reasons for this. So on Sunday, we're going to Hollywood Studios in the morning. So our first Fast Pass is for the Frozen Sing-Along, first time in forever, a Frozen Sing-Along. It is the 10 to 10:15 Fast Pass for the 10:30 to 11 show. This is one of my favorite things to do in all of the parks. I love a good sing-along, what can I say? So if you missed it, I will link a video up here. It is all about the princess experiences that you can do in Disney. This is on there. So after that, from 11:10 to 12:10, we have a Fast Pass at Star Tours. The adventure continues. I just started writing this again. I have found the beautiful Dramamine to be quite useful in my situation, otherwise I get motion sick. So I haven't ridden it in years, except Kaylee made me ride it in March and I was a-okay on some Dramamine. So we're gonna do that again because that was fun. At 12:10, we have reservations at Sci-Fi Dine-In Theater. This is one of my favorite restaurants in Hollywood Studios. Actually, it might be my very favorite in Hollywood Studios. Yeah. But, so we're basically gonna have to do the Star Tours towards the beginning of the hour, which is fine because it's really close to the Frozen Theater, the Hyperion Theater. So we'll probably do those pretty close together and then be good to go for our sci-fi lunch. In the afternoon, we have from 1:30 to 2:30 Toy Story Mania Fast Passes. I would also like to try to meet Edna because I haven't gotten to meet her yet, and neither has Hannah. I don't know if Kaylee has. I don't know. She lives there, so she may have already met her, but I'm going to try to meet her this time because every time I try, it just doesn't happen. So after Toy Story Mania, we're going to try to get on Slinky, depending on the weight. We'll see how that goes. But then we're going to go over to Epcot. I'm not sure if we are going to go back to the resort. I feel like we're probably not because that would be kind of a waste since Hollywood Studios and Epcot are practically connected. I would say that we'll probably stick to the World Showcase, but we're not going to Epcot without riding Space to Earth, so we'll probably ride that at least 2 or 3 times. And we have some friends that still work there that we have to visit, and hopefully they'll be working when we're there. If not, we also have plans to meet up, so it's all good. But after Illuminations, we're going to watch Illuminations at 9. I think it's at 9. Yeah, it's at 9. The festival hasn't started yet. So, at 9 o'clock, Illuminations will happen. And I don't know where we're going to watch from. We haven't decided. We do still have some connections in terms of the Fast Pass viewing area. So, if our connections are working, perhaps we will watch from there. But if not, we also like to watch from Norway. That's Kaylee's favorite spot. We watched from there in March, and it was a great view. But if you didn't know, Illuminations is going away on September 30th. That's the last show. And then Epcot Forever starts on October 1st. So Illuminations also means a ton to us because we all used to work it. So that's going to be really sad. We're watching it at least 1, 2 or 3, at least 2 or 3 times while we're there this trip. And I might try to squeeze in one more visit before it disappears. Yes, that's ridiculous and I know it, but it's fine. After we go watch Illuminations, we're going to walk over to the boardwalk for Jelly Rolls. Jelly Rolls is a dueling piano bar. I talked about it in my March vlog, which again is linked up in the cards. But you can't film in Jelly Rolls, so I won't be able to film there, but I plan on vlogging pretty much every day because I honestly watch my March vlogs constantly because I wish I was still in Disney. It's fine. Monday, we are going to Animal Kingdom in the morning and then Hollywood Studios at night. Animal Kingdom for us just isn't a full day park. I can't ride Expedition Everest over and over again. I can ride it about once and then I'm good. I don't even need to ride it. Like, motion sick over here. Dinosaur scares the baloney out of me. Not gonna lie. I get terrified by the Iguanodon every time. So if no one else really wants to ride it, we don't usually even go to Dino Land. Primeval Whirl is currently down. We don't know when it's coming back, but so I don't know that we'll even make it to Dino Land, but we have fast passes at Kilimanjaro Safaris from 10:30 to 11:30 a.m. I love the safari. I would do this twice. We'll see. And then from 11:30 to 12:30 we have a fast pass for Everest. That will probably be the only time I ride it. If Hannah and Kaylee and whoever else is with us want to ride it again, I'll just sit outside. I don't really care. But one and done is good for me. Hopefully we'll make it on Cali River Rapids. I don't forget that it's there, but I never make it over there because I don't know, it's out of the way in the sense that I'm not ever over there because I don't do Everest, and it's kind of close to Everest. So we just never make it back there. We'll probably ride that because it's going to be, again, hot as Hades. And then one of my requirements for Animal Kingdom is to watch Festival of the Lion King. So we're going to watch that for sure that day. And then from 12:30 to 1:30 we have a fast pass for Navi River Journey. We had a little ticket snafu and it was all my fault. I'm my own worst travel agent. I forget about my trips because I'm so busy planning other people's trips. So we didn't make our fast passes right at the 60-day mark. We made them like 3 or 4 days later. So we couldn't get a flight of passage fast pass. It's okay, we'll wait for it, not a huge deal. But we're gonna ride Navi from 12:30 to 1:30, which is good. I've only ridden it once when it first opened. At that point we'll probably eat lunch at Satuli Canteen. I really like the beef bowl there. Again, I'm pretty limited in what I can eat, but I can eat almost everything on the menu there. So that's a really good option for me. I also like the churros, the gluten-free churros at Nomad Lounge, which is the lounge for Tiffin's, which is a signature restaurant that is right next to the entrance of Pandora and kind of near the bridge over to Africa. They just have like a bunch of like tiny plates. I don't know how much else I can eat there besides the gluten-free churros, but it was recommended to me to eat those on Facebook, and they did not disappoint. So, depending, all of my favorite foods in Animal Kingdom are really close together. When I watch Festival of the Lion King, I eat the pecans, the roasted pecans. And then when we go in Pandora, we eat Satuli Canteen generally. So then I'm never hungry enough for churros right after that because we will have just had lunch, and probably right before that we will have just had pecans because all of those things are so close together. So I don't know, I always miss something. Pecans are kind of a non-negotiable for me though, so. But we are doing 2 days in Animal Kingdom, so maybe I'll change it up. We'll see. But after we do Flight of Passage / finish Pandora, whatever, we are going to Hollywood Studios. Fantasmic is Hannah's favorite show, or one of her favorite shows, so we are going to make sure that we are there that night to watch that. I do love Fantasmic, but also we are never really in Hollywood Studios for a full day. I can't get enough of Magic Kingdom and Happily Ever After, so we kind of rush through Animal Kingdom and Hollywood Studios just so we can go back to Magic. That's just how my family sees it. I know a lot of other families are much different. In the spirit of seeing Fantasmic, we have 6:25 reservations for 50's Primetime Cafe. This is another really fun restaurant. During my college program, we ate here a lot when my mom would come to visit. This was before we did Sci-Fi. We did Sci-Fi for the first time last year, and now Sci-Fi has taken over as my favorite, but this used to be my favorite. This is my second favorite. After Fantasmic, I think we will probably head back to the resort and go to bed. I did get a Fire Stick. I just ordered it on Amazon today, so that's supposed to come tomorrow. So I thought, I did some research, and that's the best way to watch Netflix / movies in your room. The Disney TVs don't have like a bunch of Netflix options and stuff like that. So one thing to keep in mind is if you are going to have some downtime, to bring your own streaming device. I brought my Chromecast last time and couldn't get it to work. So I could have brought my Apple TV from what I researched, but my Apple TV box is pretty heavy and I need all the weight in my luggage that I can get. So the Fire Stick is coming tomorrow. It's like this big, gets really good reviews, and it's really easy to use in hotels. So I'll let you know how that goes. But Fantasmic is at like 8:30 or 9, I don't know off the top of my head. So it'll probably be like an early night for us. I feel like we'll probably watch a Star Wars movie most nights when we get back to the room while we're getting ready for bed, just to get in the spirit of Star Wars for Thursday. Tuesday is our first full Magic Kingdom day. Our first Fast Pass is at Big Thunder Mountain Railroad from 9:40 to 10:40 a.m. And as you'll notice in what my Fast Pass plans were, on Saturday we stuck to Tomorrowland / the right side of the park. On Tuesday we're sticking to Frontierland kind of side of the park. So Big Thunder is from 9:40 to 10:40. And before that we'll probably hit Jungle Cruise, Pirates, and Aladdin on the way over there. Those shouldn't have too long of lines at that point. They don't typically build up a line until much later in the day. We're going to try to hit that Big Thunder Fast Pass toward the end of that hour because from 10:50 to 11:50 we have Splash Mountain. It'll be nice and warm by then, so we'll be ready to get soaked. Hopefully we actually get wet. I never seem to get wet, or like a small piece of me will get wet. It's really annoying when you really do want to get wet. But anyway, from 11:55 to 12:55 we have Haunted Mansion. Hopefully we'll be able to move that up, but if not, we're gonna hit Country Bears, maybe Hall of Presidents. I don't know. I don't usually ride Hall of Presidents. Well, it's not a ride, it's a show. I don't usually watch Hall of Presidents. But if the other guys want to do it, I'll do it. I don't really care. But hopefully we'll be having lunch. Oh, nope, never mind. I was gonna say we'll have lunch at Columbia Harbor House, but we will not because we have a lunch reservation at 1:35 at the Diamond Horseshoe. I think we ate there when I was a kid, but I don't remember it. And so it's basically a new restaurant to us. That's exciting. There's not that much new stuff for me at Disney because I've kind of done it all. So when I do something new, I'm excited about it. On the rest of Tuesday is a free-for-all. Whether or not we watch the parade is, actually we will probably not be watching the parade, seeing as our lunch is at 1:35 and the parade is at 2. So I don't know, maybe they have window seats. Guess we'll find out. But we will probably watch Happily Ever After again. I try to watch it every day that I'm in Magic Kingdom. I don't need to watch it from Main Street. The crowds are a little much, especially when it's hot. So I'm happy to watch it from somewhere else. Like one of my favorite spots where Kaylee and I always watch is outside of Enchanted Tales with Belle. We both love Beauty and the Beast. And you also get to see fireworks. We sit like on the curb, so you're facing Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. And you have fireworks on the castle, like coming out of the castle here, and then on this side you have them coming up from behind Tom Sawyer Island, so you're surrounded by fireworks, and it's really fun. That's where we like to watch them from when we don't want, or we don't need the projections. I don't ever need the projections because I watch the show on YouTube constantly and can basically see it as I hear it. But Hannah, again, has only seen it once, so we will definitely watch from a projection viewing spot at least once. Now, Wednesday and Thursday get a little tricky, because our plans are a little up in the air. We are supposed to go back to Magic Kingdom on Wednesday because there's extra magic hours from 10 p.m. to 12 a.m. But our first Fast Pass of the day is 9:10 to 10:10. We are meeting Rapunzel and Tiana at Princess Fairy Tale Hall, and then from 10:10 to 11:10, we would be meeting Cinderella and Elena at Princess Fairy Tale Hall. So we would hit that at the end of that window so we could do both right next to each other since they're literally right next to each other. The question here is whether or not there's going to be a soft opening for Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. No one knows, okay? There's no confirmed soft openings. That's not a thing. But there was a soft opening for Toy Story Land right after the dedication ceremony, which is on Wednesday morning. So we are trying to be in Hollywood Studios at the time that that ceremony ends in hopes of getting into a soft opening. So I think after we meet Cinderella and Elena, we are going to hop over to Hollywood Studios, or we will skip those Fast Passes altogether. We will cancel them so someone else can have them, and just go right to Studios that morning. We may sleep in, but if we can get into Star Wars that day, that means the next day on Thursday, we don't have to wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning to get to Star Wars at 4 a.m. to wait in line until 6 a.m. when the park actually opens. Yes, we're crazy people, but if we don't get into a soft opening on Wednesday, that is what we are going to do. So if we get into that soft opening, then we will do extra magic hours at Magic Kingdom from 10 to 12. 10 p.m. to 12 a.m. And then we will not worry about waking up really early the next day. In the event that we do not get into a soft opening, we're going to skip the magic hours and go for, we're gonna really try to be in Hollywood Studios by like 4 or 4:30 a.m. because that's what you gotta do from what we have heard. I don't really know. I've never been at one of the land openings, so this is kind of a new thing for me, but it's Star Wars and people are gonna go crazy. So we got Fast Passes on Thursday for Toy Story Mania for the first time in forever, Frozen Sing Along, and Star Tours once again. Why I did the exact same 3 Fast Passes, I don't know, but I did. I did these Fast Passes in the middle of the night one night, so I don't know. We're just gonna roll with it because I go all the time, so I don't really care what we ride and what we don't. We're kind of just doing whatever Hannah wants to do because she doesn't go there all the time. So if we are in Studios that morning, which means we did Galaxy's Edge that morning, then we are probably going back to the resort to nap because 4 a.m., which means getting up at like 2:30 a.m. so that I can do my makeup, so that I can vlog, and it's a whole thing. After that nap, we're going to Epcot for the opening of the Food and Wine Festival and the Plain White Teas. I'm so excited. The Plain White Teas performed at Flower and Garden Festival during my college program. So, I'm very excited to see them again. They're very good. If you're going to be there opening weekend, go see the Plain White Teas. Make a point of it. I love Hey There Delilah. It is on my karaoke, my carpool karaoke playlist that I have for when I drive to work and school. So Thursday, we're probably going to drink around the world and eat around the world. I can't eat any festival food, so I just kind of go along for the ride. It is not celiac safe. If you have celiac disease, none of the booths are celiac safe. They are gluten friendly, which is what I was told in the spring at Flower and Garden Festival. Nothing is truly gluten free. That's just a side note. If you have more questions on eating gluten-free or on a special diet in Disney, check out this video here. Friday, we are sleeping the heck in. The plan is to go to Disney Springs for lunch, but if we don't make it, we don't make it, and that is fine. We are doing Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween party that night, so we are unsure. I'm a Disney Vacation Club member, and last year we were able to get in at 2 o'clock to the Halloween party with Halloween party tickets. Hannah doesn't have a park ticket for that day. She just has the Mickey's Not So Scary ticket. I have an annual pass. Kaylee has a cast member admission pass thing. So we can get in whenever. It's Hannah. But we are either going to go at 2 or everyone can get in at 4 with a party ticket. So between 2 and 4, we're going to Magic Kingdom for the party. And we are Halloween partying it up. Saturday, Hannah goes home. And we also check out of All-Star Movies by 11. From 9 to 10, we have Kilimanjaro. From 11:10 to 11:25, we have the animation experience at Conservation Station, which is going to be the 11:30 to 11:55 show. I'm very excited about this because I remember something like this at Hollywood Studios many, many years ago when I was a kid, and it was a lot of fun. So I have high hopes for this experience, and I'm excited to check it out, along with Rafiki's Planet Watch just completely being reopened. I've seen a lot of pictures of people seeing like actual checkups happening on, like, I saw a cheetah getting a checkup on Facebook a couple weeks ago. That's just cool. They haven't been doing that like for a while. When I was at Rafiki's Planet Watch, I never saw anything getting a checkup. So I'm excited that they've brought that back. And then from 11:55 to 12:55, we do have Flight of Passage fast passes. So we're all good there. Hannah leaves shortly after that. She leaves sometime in the afternoon. I don't remember exactly what time. So then it's just me and Kaylee. We're on our own. On either, the rest of our trip is like super unplanned because we just kind of roll. Either Saturday or Sunday night, we're going to go to Top of the World Lounge, which is a Disney Vacation Club lounge on top of Bay Lake Tower, which is part of the Contemporary Resort. You can get a really cool vantage point of the fireworks. So we're going to watch Happily Ever After from there. And we're going to do some shopping. And she's going to show me her new house. So we're kind of keeping it low key. Whether or not we do the parks, I don't know. It's going to be Labor Day weekend, so it's going to be crowded. Not that I'll be parked out, but I'll be okay with doing other things. Like I mentioned before, I may be squeezing in one more trip before Illuminations ends, which is about less than 4 weeks later. So I'm just going to leave that at that. Monday is the day I go home, and that's going to be rough. I'm already sad. So, my Magical Express will probably pick me up about 4 o'clock. That's my guesstimate based on my flight time. And I'm probably going to try to go to Magic Kingdom that morning. I like to go to Magic Kingdom the day I leave, just to torture myself a little bit. But yeah, that is my trip itinerary. This video was a little all over the place. So if you stuck with me, thank you. Good job. I applaud you. If I get to 500 subscribers by the time I am in Disney, like while I'm in Disney, I'm really close, guys. I'm at 477 right now. If we can get to 500, I'm going to do a giveaway in one of my vlogs. So if you haven't already, make sure to hit the red subscribe button down below and tap the notification bell so you don't miss any of my future videos. I'm going to talk about the giveaway in one of my vlogs. So if you want to be involved in the giveaway and be able to enter, you will need to watch the vlogs. I have a playlist. If you're watching this after or during my trip, then the playlist I'll link up here again, or it'll just show up, I don't know. Anyway, the vlog playlist has all of my Disney vlogs from like ever. My March ones are much better than mine from last year when I first had a channel because I didn't really know what I was doing. For Thursday's video, I'm going to be doing a packing video. You should have seen the stuff I had to clear off my bed to sit here and film this video. My room is stressing me out because I'm not ready to leave. I took off on Friday so that I can get ready because I have a lot to do. Friday, I am buying a new camera, so stay tuned. Probably no one cares except for me, but the quality of my video is about to go. Not that I have particularly bad quality now, but my camera has some focusing problems, so getting a new one. Yeah, so I'm going to talk to you guys about what I'm packing, particularly what I'm packing to beat the heat because it, again, once more, hot as Hades. I worked there in July, the end of July. I worked from January through the end of July. It's hot. Now, also, when I go to Florida, my body bounces right back to thinking it lives in Florida, so I tend to adjust to the temperature pretty well. I was there last October, and my aunt is from Alaska and was sweating bullets, and I bought a Christmas spirit jersey because I was freezing. So, hopefully that happens to me again, and I will be a-okay. But we're gonna drink lots of water. I might do a completely separate video on what's in my park bag. Let me know what you would prefer. Do you want a suitcase video and then a park bag video, or do you want them all in one? I don't really care. And then next week's videos, Tuesday is going to be a room tour of our room at All Star Movies, and then Thursday is going to be at least a vlog. Whether or not there's another vlog in there somewhere, we'll see. Maybe I'll post one on Sunday. I don't know. There's going to be a lot of vlogs coming your way. People have given me some feedback that they want a mix of vlogs and planning content. I was 100% convinced that I was the only one that watched my vlogs, but my vlogs actually do pretty well. And a lot of my viewers and subscribers have commented saying they love Disney vlogs. So, they're coming at you. I'm gonna vlog every day. So, there's gonna be like 10 over the next couple weeks, and then I'm going back, and then I'm coming home, and then I'm going back again. So, there's a lot of Disney vlogs coming, people. That's all I have to say. With that being said, I will talk to you guys again on Thursday with my next video. Thank you for hanging in there for this extremely long video. I'm not excited to edit this. This is like 45 minutes of footage. Anyway, talk to you guys later. Bye!